This is the secret that every pro aimer hides from you. First, practice being smooth with your aim. This will make it consistent. You will practice going in one smooth motion, and you will amp up the speed with time as you get more mouse control. So what's very important here is to play scenarios that mimic the same movements that you're doing with your arm and wrist. So I want to play in my aim trainers scenarios that don't go too far out. As you can see in the clip, there's a little box. That box is the perfect size as how much we're moving in game. Number 2 is dynamic clicking. In Valorant, we don't want to spray since there's no spray patterns, and bursting is kind of inconsistent, so the option we can rely on is tapping, and to get better at tapping, you need to be able to track and click. The important detail is that whenever we're tracking something, we're not holding mouse 1, we're not gripping our mouse as if it's like an aim trainer. We're just going to be tracking it and then clicking when it's the right timing. So when you're practicing tracking, that's why we do dynamic clicking, because it mimics what's happening in game. However, we must keep the same dimensions that's happening in game. Number 3 is reactive clicking, basically reacting to a change of movements, like a short strafe. You guys struggle a lot with that, so here we are practicing it. Instead here, we're going to be clicking instead of holding mouse 1. The last most important thing we got to practice is movement training. You guys want to practice aiming while moving, reactive clicking, dynamic clicking while moving. It's the hardest thing out there, but it's the most important thing that will set you apart from other aimers. So what should your playlist / aim training routine look like? That playlist is quite simple. Just do some static and apply the right rules. Do some dynamic clicking that's quite difficult so that the game becomes easier. Do some reactive clicking that's even harder than the game so that when you come back into the game you can react faster. And lastly, add movement into everything you're doing and you're there.